4, 3, 2, 1. From New England to the world, this is Greg in the Morning Buzz.
The entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is Monday.
Hello, Monday.
April 13th.
Yes.
See, you know, as much as I want summer to come, I'm going to blink and it's going to be May. You know what I mean? Like, we're at that point where all of a sudden it's like from here on out.
I want it just a little bit warmer. I'm not asking for hundreds. I'm just a tad bit warmer.
Lori is, but
Yes.
I know Lori is.
I like summer.
Yeah, you can have I'll take it up to 80. Okay?
Really?
I may even give you
Wednesday, we're going to get 80.
an 80, and I'll give you maybe 85. 90, kiss my ass. I'm not interested. You know. What about you? What about you?
I'm with Laura. I like the hot, yeah.
This is our friend
Mid to
Eric,
summer.
by the way, that was part of our
Yeah.
news
Oh,
lunch.
yes, I forgot you were on my crap list.
Oh, yeah, you made the
I
list.
made
no.
Thinks you're a traitor.
Like, what a traitor.
I know. What was I supposed to do? Not go over?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're at
you were
Revo.
supposed to ignore them.
It's me. I would have been like, I would have waved and just made my way right past them because to me, okay, I don't know if you were here when this started.
This is a listener lunch we had Friday or last week at Revo. Sorry, I just and
Dudes lunch.
Yeah, it was a dudes lunch,
Yep.
which we kind of came up with in response to the ladies lunch.
We had,
and we had a
done
little
a ladies'
competition.
lunch, and it turned into a competition because they're like, well,
Right.
we could make more money with a dude's lunch. We're cooler, blah, blah, blah. We're going to throw in Jimmy Dunn. We're going to, they made this thing about it. So it was always our ladies' lunch.
Ladies versus the guys.
And then it turned into
Gotcha.
ladies
Right.
versus guys. And
Right.
then we added you to our ladies' lunch, and then you showed up to dudes'
Whoa.
lunch. And it
Oh,
was like,
no.
I saw that, and I was like, wow. I'm like, they're the competition. They're
That's true. You're right.
I don't think she's
I think
jaded.
ladies' lunch did go for more this year, though.
The ladies' lunch did
Yeah.
go for more, but
You guys
So
were
we
crying.
won.
You guys were crying about it. Of course it went.
no, that's not happened. But just so you know, I did call our place for next week. We canceled you, and you're not invited to ladies' lunch now.
We walked in because she was there already working
Right.
at the at Revo. So we just said, if you want to come over, come over. She came over, and I said, if you want to sit down and have something to eat or whatever, drink. It was fine. It was very casual.
Yes,
but
it
we
was.
said it was our friend Eric.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Posted
right.
a little
I know.
video.
Oh, I know.
So
I
you
saw
know.
it. It's not happening.
You know, I think she's early on
So you
in
feel
the
like you have
job,
to
so she felt like she
please
had to.
Greg.
Yeah. No, she didn't. I didn't feel like she had to please me.
I didn't want to
Don't
meet
even
them.
say that.
I'm like, hey,
You know, but it was fun. We had
it
a
helped
good
the
time.
time pass. Yeah,
it was very,
I
very
was gonna
good.
be there either way.
It was very good. So Erica is here. She was doing some other stuff, and I asked you to come in because I think you're going to understand. Well, we're about to do an Ask the Buzz. Monday's Ask the Buzz Day. So I got an email, and we're going to do a second one. This one's off the air, obviously, and that's going to be coming up. But it deals specifically with something I think you specifically can identify with because you've done it. Okay. I have not, and I don't think anybody else has. But we are going to answer and Ask the Buzz question, and then we also got the bonus Buzz Plus segment for Buzz Plus listeners. We do an extra added part of the podcast. Okay. So, but anyway, that's going to be coming up. You'll be able to find it YouTube Morning Buzz NHTV. Also, you can go to morningbuzz.com. I don't know where you're going to see this, but you know, always go to morningbuzz.com and find out how to become a Buzz Plus member and all that kind of stuff, you know? So, what are you bringing? What are you bringing, Kelly? Your magnetic personality?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
That's about enough. Who could ask for more? You know?
Bring the hilarity.
He's bringing it. He's bringing it. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna just let you know that it's coming up. Morning Buzz, 24/7 podcast, and go to morningbuzz.com or Morning Buzz TV if you want to watch it. It's coming up. We'll be back in a minute.
It's week 2 of Kayla Buzz Trivia. Enter to win amazing Buzz prizes each week at morningbuzz.com/win. Sponsored by Cozy Earth. Get 21% off using code BUZZ at CozyEarth.com or click the Cozy Earth link on our deals page.
Thank you to all the listeners who already bought one of these amazing handful sports bras Laura found. This is the bra you'll actually want to wear all day, soft, supportive, and seriously flattering. Handful lifts without wires, flatters without flattening, and fits like a dream. Laura also found the amazing 30% off discount with code BUZZ at handful.com or just click the Handful link at morningbuzz.com/deals.
It's the Buzz 24/7 at morningbuzz.com.
This is unbelievable.
Now that's what's up.
How's it going?
How's it going, man?
How's it going, everybody? Pretty good weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. Kind of relaxing, but in retrospect, I did do a lot of stuff, actually. And I didn't tell you. I didn't mention. Do you remember the the show and tell thing?
Yes.
That we did. And you remember I brought in that
Very cool.
that
slide guitar.
lap steel guitar, kind of a Hawaiian guitar. And as soon as I opened it, Scotty, who's like flea market on wheels, he recognizes antiques and he's all about that shit.
I was amazed at how long I've known you, and that's the first I'd ever seen or heard about that.
Yeah, my grandfather gave me a lap steel guitar, Hawaiian thing, and so I brought it in for show and tell. And as soon as I opened it up and pulled it out of the crate, his eyes went like dollar
And then I
signs
saw that. I
were,
saw
were
it
up
with
in his eyes. Yeah.
Gibson.
And he goes, "Is that a Gibson?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Dude, that's valuable. I want you to know that over the weekend, I brought it into Ralph's House of Tone, our great friend Ralph Napolitano,
Yep. Great kisser.
who's also in the Bad Bad Penny with his lovely wife, and they're awesome. And so I brought it in, and it's an old beat-up case, and I opened it, and he had much the same reaction. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Whoa, dude!" And I felt like I was on Antiques Roadshow. Because what do they call those things? The tuning things?
The tuning pegs.
They're all eroded. He's like, I can replace those in 2 seconds. He goes, "Dude, this is very fixable, and it's in really good shape." He goes, "This is valuable."
Now, did he do what we couldn't do? Was he able to turn it on and play it?
He was able to turn it on and say, "That's just the dirty volume
Gotcha.
knob."
Yep.
He's like, "That right there, I think that's
Because every
easily
once in a while,
fixable."
if you get a little dirt in those knobs.
Yeah. So then I'm tasked with, what do I do with it? Do I keep it?
Depends on the value.
He said it's gonna.
Yeah, but
I'm thinking I don't want to sell it.
I was going to say, unless you need the money, don't sell it because it means more to you.
Right. I wasn't particularly close to this grandfather, but it was a nice thing that he did because he knew I love music and he knew I'd love it. I
Yeah,
had
I mean,
for 40,
unless-
56 years.
If you were like, okay, down on your luck, you need a few bucks, I understand.
That could happen at any time.
Right. So save it to that moment.
Right.
You never know. But if you
Right.
don't need the money, why sell it?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm thinking.
I'd
But
sell I'd sell it.
Well,
You've
because you
had
want to
it- you've had
retire
those
in 2
memories
years.
for years. You haven't seen it for how long? You're always going to think about that he gave it to you, but you don't play. Might as well.
That's my. I
turn it
don't
into a
play.
slight and you like getting rid of stuff you're
I'm
not
in
going to use.
I'm in the clean out stage of my life. You know what I mean? Like just like let's get rid of it. So
That thing needs to be played. It needs to, I'm not saying give it to anybody. That needs to be played.
So you'll feel good about it getting played.
Giving it to somebody giving it or selling it to somebody that you know will use it.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But we'll see. It's going to be a while. But I mean, I just remembered now, and I hadn't talked
I
about
forgot
it this
because
morning.
you did
so.
send me a photo of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I will let you know how it turns out. But I just wanted to tell you that. But anyway, so Erica is here, and
What up, girl?
we got
Hey.
the Ask the Buzz. What'd you do this weekend? Anything exciting?
I went to Maine this weekend and saw my old roommate, which was really good to
Where'd
see
you go?
her.
Wiscasset? Did you go to Damariscotta?
She got a new place in, what is it called?
Cutler?
Scarborough.
Scarborough.
Yep, I got there.
Scarborough's a nice little town.
Scarborough.
That's
Because she
Pine
was in
Point.
Portland and now she's in Scarborough.
Yeah,
So I saw her new
Did
apartment.
you go out to Pine Point, a little place on the end there with the little restaurants and the bars? out
Funtown
there?
No, we
Splash Town
stayed
isn't
in.
open yet. That's in Saco, right next door.
Not very
Okay.
right up the road.
They're right there. It's OOB, Saco, Scarborough, all
Yeah.
together.
Scarborough.
Yep.
Ferry's
Scarborough.
Beach. Ferry's Beach. Ferry's Beach is
I
another nice
brought her,
place.
I brought her a little apartment warming gift, and I got a bottle of wine, and it said Starborough. So then I crossed out the T and put a C.
Yeah.
That's why it took me so long
Yeah.
to get there. I was like, what did that wine say?
So you went to
I
a bar,
remember.
but you weren't feeling the vibe, yeah?
We were not feeling the vibe. No, we actually didn't even step foot in the bar because the
What
line
made
was
it-
so
what-
long.
oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was kind of cold, and I didn't really have any desire to go out. I just wanted to see her. So
Yeah. Don't you just stay at home
I
and drink
would've.
and have a party there, like a little, like a chill out.
Yeah, that's what we were doing. I'm like, we always leave the pregame, which is the most fun. To go
right,
to the bar,
right.
which is less fun.
Right, I
in my
get you.
opinion.
Okay. Well,
How many people went up? Just you?
Yeah, it was just me that went up, and then her and her boyfriend lived together, and he had some friends over.
okay.
Anybody look interesting?
I wish. No.
That's a no.
No.
I wish.
Yeah.
Is there a look that you are interested in?
Yeah, I like dark features. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like,
You
I'm
mean
not
music,
into blondes.
music, or like what their lifestyle, dark.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, more like their hair color.
So like a dark
See,
hair
no,
guy.
I-
She
yeah, like
doesn't want-
brunettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't like blondes.
I
Right.
am
Right.
I am so with you on that. Amy, you've met her. Dark hair, curly hair. That was like
I love brunettes.
One of my
Yeah.
attractions was like, wow.
But, I mean,
Yeah.
Totally.
I love blondes and redheads. I mean, there's just attractive people who are attractive people. I just love it. So whatever. I don't have a
But
particular
darker
favorite.
hair was always kind of more of my
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Me
I
too.
never, ever, ever, ever liked a woman covered in tattoos. Never. Now, now it's like, you know what? That can be pretty attractive, actually.
I had
Yeah,
to I had to laugh at Easter. Nora came from work. Sadie was obviously with us and everything, and we were at Johnson's. It got a little hot, and like everybody took off their long sleeves or their jackets and
Yeah.
everything and got comfortable. And I'm sitting next to my kids, and they're as covered as I am.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
just my dad was like, "Wow, I don't think I've ever noticed." And I'm like, yeah.
I told you about the woman who walked into a restaurant I was having lunch in last year, maybe the year before, and I thought she had a very colorful print dress, something like Laura would wear, like really, really colorful. And then she came over, she sat directly across from us, and it wasn't a dress, it was the body art. And I was enamored with the woman. She was stunning. I was like, wow. I mean, she was in great shape, and there was a little bit of cleavage there, but I mean, still, it was stunning nonetheless. The fact that I looked like a dress, but it was actually the body art, that was pretty good. Whoever did that work was.
I just love
an
how times have changed and
Yeah.
how you got to cover that up. Listen, you're serving food, you got to cover that up. Oh, you're in the medical world, cover that. And now the lady who took my blood
Yeah.
had as many as, if not more than I did. I love it.
Yep. And all right. Well, anyway, so Erica, I wanted to ask you to be a part of this because you can identify with the Ask the Buzz.
Okay.
Because it's about
Tall people.
volleyball. It's about volleyball.
Well, it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
You're
Yeah,
wrong.
and tall people in volleyball. And this is a relative freshie, so I'll get right to it here. This is on Mondays at 7:10 we do Ask the Buzz, so it's only natch that we'd get this one in on the 24/7. Dear Godfather,
Godfather.
I have a question that's really been killing the vibes with me and my wife. I'm not overly serious. It's not overly serious, but I do need advice, please. My stepdaughter, 11 years old, started volleyball last month, and it's been great for her. We also love watching her play and going to her games. The thing is, she has practices once, sometimes twice a week. But because the school that she goes to, they are 40 minutes away with traffic, and they start at 6 p.m. Now, I start work at 5:30 a.m., and I don't get home until 3 or 4 o'clock. So I told my wife, excuse me, I would go to every other practice. She wasn't angry, but she also wasn't happy when I don't go. I told her I never thought it was common for parents to go to every practice for a kid's sport, especially when I was a kid. Every game, sure. I would always be at the games, but practices are for kids to focus on the team and the coaching, not for parents who think they know better than the coach. It's so awkward when I do go and the other parents are yelling over the coach to their kid about what they think they're doing wrong. Anyway, she says parents always go to practices, and I say otherwise. Neither of us will admit defeat. So I would appreciate it if you guys could help me understand if I'm doing something wrong by not going to every practice, or if my wife is right and that's the normal thing to do, and then I got to do the whole apology thing. Thank you, Buzz. Now, whether or not it's volleyball, I think it extends to all school sports.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe I've been out of the loop, but I don't think parents go to every practice.
I have very strong opinions about this, but I want to hear what you guys have to say
And
first.
if you go to practice, shut your mouth. As a parent.
Thank you, Kelly. You really
Yeah.
said a lot by saying so little. Yeah. Scotty?
For their school stuff, there was no parents. But if it was an after-school program or something else, like when Sadie did roller derby, a parent needed to be there. But I think it was in case they got injured. That way,
Really?
because the roller derby, they were banging the crap out of each other. So I think it was more of we're not making the judgment call if somebody
They
gets
weren't
hurt.
doing the Malachi crunch and shit, right? They weren't
But
elbowing and
the
throwing
kids are
girls
still
over the ropes and
the
stuff.
kids are still falling down.
Okay.
Sprain a wrist.
When I
twist an
hear
ankle.
this,
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the reason they go to the practice is because it's 40 minutes away and it's not worth going home.
No,
Yeah.
but you can always find something else to do. There was a certain ages and when the kids were in practice, parents had to stay. But now I don't know what I would do if I had to stay for all practices because there's so many other things to do that it's drop off, pick up. And
Isn't that your walk time? Don't you normally walk with Otis? Or
that
do you-
during baseball season? Sometimes it depends on again which field, what goes on. But yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
And then if not, I do errands and everything else.
What was volleyball like for you? Was there?
I
what were
mean,
practices
parents
like?
definitely did not come to any practices in high school at all. I know that the writer said this person was 11, and I'm trying to remember. I used to play soccer, but I feel like my parents and my neighbors, my friends, and stuff like that, we would carpool. So I don't think that any parent, maybe like if I went with a couple of friends, one parent would stay there, but I don't really remember that ever being a thing. So I would say I would not feel bad for not going to my kids' every single practice. Yeah. And every other week seems like a perfectly fine compromise, so I'm not sure why.
And let's be
he's getting
honest,
shit for that.
some of these practices, we practice 4 days a week.
This is once or twice a week. Yeah. I have strong opinions. Because when the kids were in high school and they were in sports, I would take them to practice, and there was a certain group of parents that were there for practice. And I'm like, you're a parent. You're not a coach. Let them coach. Give your kid the room to be free of you, even if it's for 2 hours. Let them find their group. Let them develop their personality. Stop overlooking everything that they do. And you get these parents, these football parents especially, they're like, well, when I played. You're not playing now, Chief. You're not. Because you're only there because you're going to critique the coach and you're going to tell the kid, well, don't do what they say, do what I say. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there to watch the practice. The only reason parents are there to watch practice is so that they can either see what they have to tell the kid not to do that the coach is doing or what they want them to do better.
I mean, I bet you there's some good parents that aren't going to be like that. They'll just watch practice, but there's no need for a parent to be at practice.
I agree with you. There are some people that just do it because maybe they don't want to travel. Okay, that's fine. But my experience was, like 4 or 5 dads with their arms crossed, looking across the field, whether it's baseball, whether it was basketball, it didn't matter. Somebody was hanging out to watch the practice. If I was a coach, I'd say, see ya. Get out of the gym. Get out of the gym.
That's how it is most of the time is they don't want you in there.
Yeah.
It just, it's weird that nobody wants to sit and watch
I watched
practice.
a coach. I watched a coach in baseball. I watched a coach talking to a kid about a swing, and in the dugout, they've got a little caged off area, and he's showing them how to hit. Hold the ball this way, hold the bat this way, blah blah blah. This is what you need to change so you can get better. And as soon as the coach walked back into the dugout, the dad was standing next to the fence, going, "Don't listen to him." Yeah. And I'm like, "Are you volunteering? Are you volunteering? Because you have nothing to do with this." You want to go home and talk to, but you don't do that to contradict the coach right there in front of everybody. What kind of message are you sending?
Not a good one.
It drives me crazy that parents feel like, well, blah, blah, blah. You know better. Well, then coach. You're at every practice and every game. Fucking coach then, if you feel like that.
But it doesn't sound like the mom wants to do that.
I know
but
that.
But also, it's a little too clingy, I think, to go to every practice.
You are right, and I'm not putting that on the mom. I'm just saying that there's so many times that the reason that people want to stay at practices is because they want to make sure that their kid is a D1 player and is going to get a scholarship. I'm sorry. I saw it too many times. I know it doesn't happen all the time, but I don't think parents should be allowed to practice. Also, don't you want your kid to grow on their own and have those times when it's their world and not yours? They can tell you all about it when they get home, but they get to a certain point. I mean, Laura, how old's Parker?
He's 15.
Yeah, he's 15, and I'm sure he's got friends. Like, is he doing things with his friends that don't involve you?
Oh, all the time.
He has to, right?
Yeah.
He has to. That's part of what's healthy him growing
Yes.
up.
Totally.
Finding his way and finding out who he is, and without you sitting there looking over his shoulder.
Exactly.
You know? I don't know. I know I'm harsh on it, but it just drives me.
Dylan's only 11. He goes out with his buddies by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've seen it. I guarantee
Even at
you've
night,
seen.
I've seen him clubbing.
Well, we had a situation
he's been
yesterday.
buying for other kids.
You are a parent that is very involved and does a lot for your kids, but you're not clingy.
Oh no, not at all.
Right.
Like, I let them do. Well, I will say yesterday morning though, when I woke up and I come to the living room, I had 4 boys sleep over the house Saturday night. I just look and there's just so much marker, and one kid
They drew on each other's
Marker
faces.
on people?
all over themselves.
Oh.
And the kid yesterday was like 1 in the afternoon. He's still over. I look at him. I go, you know, you're still riding your bike around town with a dick on your face. I'm cool with it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you should probably. I go, before your parents come pick you up, can you please remove the dick
See
from
what
your
happens
face?
at the voices?
I was like, oh. He's like, they'll be fine. I was like, okay, whatever. So, yeah.
You know
I
how
already,
I feel
I already
about
know
that.
how you feel about that.
You know how I feel about that.
If you want to end your job here, when Greg's passed out from drinking or whatever.
See, they were
and you-
11, they weren't
and-
drinking.
And you put a dick on his forehead or his cheek or anything. You're done.
I'll kill you. I'm not even. I find that to be the absolute. Now these are kids. They're gonna
Right.
do
They're
stupid
11
stuff.
and they had
But
hope.
with any of your buddies and you're 18 and they're doing that stuff, I'm going house.
Did you see any
on
of
someone.
them that learned from Kelly and can draw a really good penis?
Yeah, Kelly taught Dylan, so yes, Dylan knows
Okay.
how to draw.
Can
Great
we
one.
just, Mike? Can we just for a second? Let's just draw the microscope over there. How did you go about showing him how to draw
Just do it.
No, but I mean, did you say, "Hey, look, let me show you how
You're
to
doing
do
it wrong.
Oh, just, show and tell.
Yeah. You showed him your
I'm doing one right now. And
Oh,
see what
okay.
everybody
Right.
know
I
what you
don't
meant by
show and
that.
tell. I don't like that. Yeah.
He also showed him how to draw a female, which wasn't as good.
Yeah. Do you want to hold that in front of your
Is that
camera
a
and show
tree
the
or
audience?
a
Less of
penis?
that.
Show the camera.
Less hair.
Yeah.
There was no hair on
Yeah.
the
Right,
kid's
I
face.
said as the years go by, there's
As
less hair.
Yeah.
Oh, bye. Okay.
So
body.
wait a minute. See, I didn't
Yeah.
hear the second part of the story. So he did male and female.
Well, when he taught Dylan, there was only a dick on his face, so no female on his
Okay.
face. It was just
Kelly, but my question is, how did the conversation
I
happen?
can't remember. Well, you people write and carve stuff into that bar, right? Over
no.
the years.
No, I was.
You were the
I,
first.
No, you were. So
At
what
the
was
house.
happening is I was going to have to paint it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before I painted it, he's just like, "Oh, well, that means we can color in it because it was getting scratched."
Yeah.
So he scratched in some sketches into the bar. I painted it the next week because I couldn't have the
And did
female.
it still show up?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I've never understood that if you pass out with your sneakers on or your shoes on, then it's game on. Apparently, that's the rule, right? Isn't that what it is? If
Because
you
you're
pass
not
out
going to bed
with
So
your shoes on.
If you take off your shoes before you go to bed, that means you were going to bed. But if you pass out with
So-
shoes on, it
Okay.
means you weren't.
Your douchebag's friends who will draw a unit on your face, apparently have morals and codes where if you take your shoes off, you're going to sleep, so they won't do it to you. But if by any chance you nod off with your shoes on, fair game, draw away on
you
my
go.
face. If somebody, I can't even fathom, I would snap waking up seeing that on my face because it's permanent marker. And
Yeah.
how did the kid get it off?
I don't know.
That's
He
kinda
left. His
personal.
parents picked him up like that.
Do you think that kid's ever coming back to your house?
He lives at my house. It's okay. He's over every chance he gets.
Do I know the parents?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if it
No,
was
see,
somebody I knew.
that's a good point. Like
Yeah.
you, Greg, you picked Ty up
Yeah,
from a party.
right.
Ty gets in the car and he's just shaking his head. You're like, what? And then as you look at him in the rearview mirror, you notice he's got a penis drawn on his face.
Yeah.
Are you upset with the parents? Are you?
No, I'm upset with him, or more so his friends, but also him. Like parents, look, they
If it
can't.
really was bothering the kid, he would have washed. Dylan at least washed off
True.
his face. He kept
True.
all of the other body art that he had. I mean, he had a tramp stamp.
And-
I'm like, Dylan, you
and
know
look-
you have a tramp stamp? He's like, I know. It's like, okay.
But just like Laura, Laura was sleeping, and they got a hold of magic markers.
Right.
It's not like a crime, you know what I mean? So you can't be mad at the parent
Yeah.
because you can't be looking at everything. But I'd be pissed that you got yourself in a situation you got this drawn on your face. Not happy with you, but I'd be less happy with Josh, Drew, or Curtis. See, that's who's going to do it to them. The three best friends, you know.
Yeah, and they're all buddies and
Yeah.
whatever.
It's all a goof to them, but I'd be like, I don't know, man. I honestly would snap. And then when we talk about it on the air, people are like, oh, relax. Shut up. Grow up. What are you, friggin' 18 drawing penises on guys' faces? Grow up. Come on.
Is that and like anybody in your age do that?
No, I've never
Okay.
had a penis drawn on me. No.
Well, the day's young.
What about a vag?
What about a what?
What about a vag?
No, not that.
Which one's more offensive?
I don't think I'd be. Well, I take that back. I would be offended. I don't know though. I wouldn't. If I fell asleep first at a sleepover and I was 11, like whatever. It'll come off,
but,
you know.
But look, at 11, it's kids, like I said. Okay,
Right.
but when you get
if somebody
to
did that now,
18,
I'd be
and
so mad.
in
I'd be so
college,
mad.
it was galactically worse because they will cover your face in drawings, words, and draw. Yeah, I've seen it done.
So you're
and
not
I'm like,
getting one. You're getting like 1,000.
You're getting. Oh yeah, everybody in the party will do it, and they'll take a picture on their phone, and they may not even know you, but they'll laugh for the rest of the year at your expense, and that picture's going everywhere. Everywhere. I just don't get it.
Oh, there was my buddy Alex's first bachelor party. There were dicks on top of the dicks.
Yeah. Well, almost like nachos, like on top of each other. Yeah, I don't.
Can we get the dicks on dicks?
Yeah, I don't. Oh my
For
God.
two?
Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
That is hilarious.
But you know, to the listener that wrote the email, no, I don't think parents should be at practices. I think that you need to give your kids space to develop their own circle without you looking over their shoulder. You know, and you know, the last thing a kid who gets yelled at in practice, you know, or whatever, when you get in the car, the last thing they want to do is talk about what just happened, right? And then, well, you don't have to listen to what he's doing, blah blah blah. Now they're going against the coach, which is only going to make that coach player thing even worse. You know, I watched a parent walk into the dugout, and throw a shirt at a kid and saying, "Why don't you put this on since you're not playing today?" You know, like just embarrassed him in front of everybody because he was riding and the dad was pissed because he was riding the pine. So instead of taking it up with the coach after the game in a civilized manner, he went in and embarrassed the kid like it was his fault. I just saw people that I know become people that I had no clue who they were, and it drives me crazy when you're creating much more harm than you are good. You know,
Yeah.
It makes me crazy. You know, yelling at a kid. If you can't yell at something positive, you shouldn't be yelling at anything. And certainly don't yell at a coach from the sidelines
Or
with
the
your
refs.
arms. Yeah,
No
or the
officials.
refs. Exactly.
Yeah, but how
They
about
bump.
catching the ball?
Yeah.
Hello.
We had a JV basketball game in Guilford, New Hampshire. I'll name the place. And this guy was yelling at the kids on the court. And our varsity coach came out of the locker room, was standing there watching the game, and went over and was a loud guy. And he pointed the guy out and he goes, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And I'm like, I love the coach to begin with. Made me love him even more. Because he's going to this guy. These kids are 14 years old.
Right.
14 years old. And you're yelling at them, calling them names. And I was like, yes, go. And I'm thinking, like, if the shit goes down, I'm in. I'm in. Because I was so angry at this guy. And then he never said a word after the coach went out and called him on it. I just don't understand that.
Also, as a kid, I feel like it's scary to watch that. Like, I vividly remember playing a soccer team when I was younger where I was terrified of the other team's coach because he would always get into fights with our coach and, like, yell at the parents. I'm
Right.
like, this is, like, traumatizing.
Yeah.
Why do people, what is happening, you
Well,
know?
when you're singled out as a kid, 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 15, whatever, by someone in the stands, whether it's a parent, a coach, or whatever, it's horrifying. You know, when you should be there to celebrate them and not act that way. I'm sorry. I'm not heckling. Oh, it's a part of the game. No, it's not. It's a part of you being a moron. Period.
Hey, better.
We're live right now. Something's going on.
We're recording.
Okay.
It was live on.
That 5
on
minutes.
Restream. Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
5
Because
minutes was
somebody's
live.
like, "Do you guys know you're live right now?" I'm like, "Oh, boy."
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is now. That's off. That program
Okay,
is
just
now
making
shut
sure.
down. The program is
Well,
now
I
shut
mean,
down.
yeah. I just want to make sure
Have we
because
said any
sometimes
bad
we're talking
No,
about
I know.
dinks
I
on
know.
faces.
I know. We're trying something different today, but I think it's fine because I'm looking at what we're doing and we're recording it. It's not
Okay.
going live. You know, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay. Phew. Yeah, I'm sorry I got that scare when somebody just
Nope,
posted
it's
on
down.
our Facebook
It's
page,
down.
and I was like,
If it's-
okay.
I'll tell you right now, if that's happening, it's not, because there is nothing. None of that is on. We are actually recording.
Okay. Phew.
Whew, don't scare me like
Well,
that.
I'm sorry.
No, I know.
I wanted to make sure. I know we are doing something
know.
new, and I wanted to make sure we weren't.
Yeah, no, we were live when we knew it, because we streamed live the first 5 minutes. We streamed that live, and we're just trying something new because we're trying to figure out all this stuff going on, So where are we at? Okay, well, there you go. There's your 24/7 for the day. We got the bonus segment, which we'll do here in just a little bit. We will do that. But yeah, you can hang out if you want. But if you're a Buzz Plus member, we got more for you coming up. And if not, we appreciate you hanging out with us today. All right? Thanks for checking out the Buzz 24/7. And we will see you back here in a minute if you're a Buzz Plus member.
All right, got another question for you. I have 3 cats. I have 2 girl cats and I have 1 boy cat. What is the name of my boy cat? Is it A, Dodger, B, Bear, or C, Duke? It's almost Mother's Day, and that means it's time to start thinking about where, not if, you're getting flowers for your mom or the moms in your lives. And we have an amazing option on the deals page, Flowers Fast. They're amazing quality, and with our deal, there are no extra costs for same-day delivery. If you're a last-minute buyer like me, this is perfect for you. Remember Flowers Fast for any occasion, and get to that deals page at morningbuzz.com so you can get your same-day delivery option for no extra charge. Flowers Fast.
Hey guys, it's me, Laura. I'm so excited to make sure you know about Buzz Plus. There's tons of exclusive features for just $4.99 a month, including the only place to watch the Buzz 24/7 and Buzz 24/7 Extra segment, commercial free. Sign up today at morningbuzz.com.